to stay humble. You need to make sure that your interactions with your junior employee there are respectful. And I think coming into that situation, she and I both knew what the score was. She knew that I was coming in. I made it very clear that I knew absolutely zero about Treasury and what we were going to be doing. So I think she understood that, and she didn't hold any resentment. Luckily, she was only maybe 2 or 3 years out of college. She understood that she wasn't quite yet ready for the position herself.
Right.
So it's not as though she had any feelings like she had been passed over. In 2011, it was really hard to find a job in Treasury. By that point, I had kind of been bitten by the Treasury bug, and I knew I had finally found what I wanted to do, where my career was supposed to be. I'd kind of finally found it. So I really wanted to stay in Treasury, but it took a while. But finally, I was offered a job in the New Orleans, Louisiana area. And while it wasn't Atlanta, it at least was closer to my wife's home. She's very close with her family and really didn't want to leave in the first place. So we didn't really quite get back to Atlanta at the time, but we got her back closer. But as far as the company is concerned, it was a much smaller company compared to VWR. But that had a lot of, I think, advantages to it from a Treasury standpoint. When you work for a company that's smaller in size, you get to deal with the CFO and even the CEO on a much more personal basis, and it gave me a lot more responsibility as I grew there. So that was a great role for me at Cornerstone. I think anytime you're in a situation like that, even not specific to investments but just anything that you're being charged with managing, that you are coming in the door with zero experience on, like this was for me, I think that the first thing you need to do is just get up to speed with how the company you work for has managed it before. Just get educated on what the policy is, immerse yourself in this case, in the investment policy statement. Get a feel for the company culture, because the AVX company culture is very conservative, and especially, and that bleeds into the investment strategy and policy. So it's safety of investments is absolute most important aspect of the investment policy.